You can always spot insecurity. It's like bad perfume. You don't have to look for it. It finds you first. And believe me, once you know what to look for, you'll see it everywhere. In the loud laugh that's just a little too loud, the over-explained Instagram captions, and yes, even the just being honest comments that nobody asked for. Today, we're diving into 10 sneaky behaviors that quietly scream insecurity. And more importantly, why the truly classy leave these habits behind like last season's shoes. Number 1. Over-explaining everything. There was a time when I thought offering a full TED Talk on why I canceled plans made me thoughtful and considerate. In my mind, every detail, from the sudden headache to the tragic tale of my misplaced car keys, seemed crucial. I thought if people knew the full saga, they'd forgive me faster. In reality, it didn't make me sound polite. It made me sound guilty, nervous, as if I needed to beg for permission to prioritize my own life. Classy people understand that "I'm so sorry, I won't make it" is a complete sentence. Elegant communication leaves space. It doesn't suffocate the listener with unnecessary explanations. Consider this. People barely have the attention span to read their own emails these days. Do you really believe they're waiting with bated breath to hear about your laundry machine revolt or your neighbor's plumbing emergency? Over-explaining is like wearing shoes 2 sizes too big. It feels unstable. It looks unstable, and it sends a silent message that you're not quite sure of your place. Number 2. Name dropping. You had lunch with a guy who once met Taylor Swift's stylist's cousin? Fascinating. Truly, some people are like a walking version of a red carpet event. They can't have a conversation without casually mentioning their brush with fame. It's as if naming someone famous somehow makes them famous too. Confidence isn't propped up by proximity to fame. If you need to name drop to feel relevant, it might be time to check if your self-worth is still at the party, or if it left the room the moment you mentioned meeting Beyoncé's cousin once. Number 3. Fishing for compliments. There's a fine line between being humble and dangling bait like a fisherman in designer loafers. We all know the classic setup. "Oh no, I look terrible today." Translation: Please tell me I'm a radiant goddess. There's a difference between being humble and being a walking thirst trap for validation. A classy person knows when they look good and don't need a pep rally to believe it. The more you need others to tell you you're enough, the less enough you'll seem. Number 4. Humble bragging about being so awkward. You know the type. "OMG, I'm literally the most awkward person ever." Proceeds to post perfectly curated selfies and witty captions. There's a certain irony here that's too delicious not to mention. Real awkwardness isn't a brand. It's an experience. Truly awkward people aren't announcing it to the world. They're too busy replaying every interaction in their heads at 3 a.m., wondering if they waved weirdly or made a confusing face at the waiter. When someone declares how awkward they are, it's often an attempt to seem charmingly imperfect, to control the narrative before anyone else can judge them. But true elegance doesn't preemptively label itself. It simply is. Number 5. Dominating conversations. At one point in my early 20s, I thought storytelling meant monopolizing brunch. Every "you won't believe what happened to me" had to be topped with "that reminds me of when I..." Classy rule. Talk with people, not at them. If you're the main character every single time, you're not charming, you're exhausting. Conversation is a dance, a rhythm. Sometimes you lead, sometimes you follow, and sometimes you simply watch the moment unfold. Insecurity demands the spotlight. Number 6. Bragging in disguise. There's a very particular art to humble bragging. Unfortunately, it's less art and more accidental comedy. When you spot it in the wild, you know the type. It's exhausting managing 3 properties while traveling Europe all year, said with a heavy sigh, as if they're on the verge of collapse from sheer fabulousness. Here's the thing. Real confidence whispers. It doesn't need to announce itself through carefully wrapped complaints about just how hard it is being wildly successful. Classy people don't wedge their resume into casual conversation. They know their achievements will either come out naturally over time or, in many cases, not at all, because the truly elegant aren't building shrines to their own greatness at every dinner table. If you feel the urge to sneak an accomplishment into a conversation like a kid hiding broccoli under mashed potatoes, take it as a gentle sign. You're craving external validation. It doesn't make people admire you. It makes them want to escape politely. Number 7. Apologizing excessively. If you've ever apologized for breathing too loudly in a meeting, we need to talk. There's an art to a sincere apology. And then there's the over-apology, where every sentence feels like, "I'm sorry for existing." Classy people know apologies are best reserved for when they actually mean something. If you apologize for every little thing, You're handing out free passes to make others uncomfortable. I know someone who literally spends entire conversations hunting for something to apologize for. And after the meeting, they'll send a text apologizing for something that might have come across weird, well-meaning, but the conversation is always so exhausting. Every sorry you throw out undercuts your confidence, chipping away at your ability to stand firm in your own decisions. If you've made a mistake, own it, apologize once, and move on. The more you apologize for existing, the less present you become. Number 8. Desperately needing to be right. Nothing screams, "I'm deeply unsure of myself," quite like turning every friendly debate into a courtroom drama. You've met them, the person who treats every casual conversation like a high-stakes trial, as if the fate of the world hinges on their ability to win. You know you're secure when you can smile and say, "Maybe you're right," even when you secretly know you could dismantle their argument with one hand tied behind your back. I have a distant family member who is the only one in our generation without a university degree. Despite nearing his 50s, he feels the need to prove himself at every family gathering. Whether it's pulling out quiz questions, legal advice, or random facts to outsmart the rest of us, he's constantly searching for validation in all the wrong places. The irony? We all value him for completely different qualities. His manual skills and expertise that none of us have, not to mention his warmth and willingness to help. But he's so fixated on proving his intelligence, he misses the fact that we've already been admiring him for things he doesn't even see in himself. 9. Creating drama to hide insecurity. Some people can't resist making every tiny inconvenience feel like a headline. They've had a nervous breakdown over spilled coffee, or they're on the verge of a divorce after a minor argument about who didn't take out the trash. They turn a perfectly ordinary situation into a drama series just to keep people's attention. It's not that they want to share, it's that they need to seem interesting. The problem? They're doing it to mask insecurity. It's almost as if they feel that if they don't have some drama, their life won't be relevant, so they manufacture it. You've met this person, right? They'll tell you how they've been so stressed lately, but when you dig a little deeper, it's always a minor issue they've blown out of proportion just to stay in the game. "My life is falling apart," but really, they're just mad because their friend canceled plans last minute. Classy women know that true strength is found in being able to sit comfortably with a little peace and quiet. They don't need to fabricate chaos to seem interesting. Their lives are worth noticing because they're secure enough to let the drama pass them by. It's the ones who manufacture crisis who often feel the most insecure. Number 10. Constantly seeking external validation. The familiar refresh on your phone, hoping someone finally liked your latest post, or that someone will drop the perfect compliment just when you need it, or posting cryptic, some people, messages. That's not confidence. That's outsourcing your self-worth to strangers with usernames like Sassy Unicorn 42. Classy people validate themselves. And trust me, that's the kind of quiet assurance that makes others lean in, not back away. At the end of the day, true elegance isn't about never feeling insecure. It's about refusing to broadcast it like a late-night infomercial. The most magnetic people are the ones who move through life with quiet assurance, who leave some things unsaid, some victories unposted, and some doubts simply unfed. Now tell me in the comments, which of these behaviors do you notice the most in everyday life? I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and check out my Amazon storefront for my favorite beauty and elegant living essentials. As always, stay classy, manners matters.